Anyway, okay. Name one thing an artist or creative person said to you that stuck with you forever.
Mm.
Y'all can chime in.
I used to I used to work at Live Nation. I show respects to him. Shout out to the Charlotte area, but as to be specific, the Film Underground. Being there as a VIP host during my time,
Mm.
um, I wanna I wanna say like my experience. We weren't supposed to touch the artist, but I mean Snoop Dogg, man, when he came out, I was just standing there, and he didn't really say anything, but this presence, I just felt like, man, long time coming. And like he put his hand out, and I shook it. I shook it, but I didn't say anything. I just respected his like presence, because I was just like, yeah, everything
Mm.
I'm seeing on TV is real. It's here. Like, because, things on TV are deceiving, of course, but I'm not trying to say anything about Snoop or anything, but I'll just say my time there, like, that was a very interesting moment. Um, it felt like I was meant to be in this field.
Mm.
Civil rights activist. He was and a professional golfer. My dad and brother are the only PGA card holders in the world right now. It's father, son, African American PGA card holders in the world. And so we were always around golf and in golf or whatever. But I was always the noisemaker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, Afro, just everything.
I
Everything
remember
art.
your dreads.
Yeah, the dress was crazy too. Yeah.
Were they like free forms? No, they weren't. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Were they
big
free forms?
dookie dope joints. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
remember
I was
that.
always trying to regrow them and get them bigger and bigger and bigger. That was my whole thing. I was, because I grew them 3, 4, 5 times or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
was always trying to get them bigger, and now they got it just under control. Now it's crazy what they were doing with the dreads now. But so the thing that was said to me that set me free was, my dad said, because my brother was playing golf, we were around the golf or whatever. He said, "Brian, do whatever you want to do." You know what I'm saying? You have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, and I was on my way. That was it. You know what I'm saying? I was open to. I was no longer held in any type of position of what I needed to do. It was my option, my world, my opportunity.
Mm. That's good.
Yeah, that was dope. It was freedom.
Freedom is everything,
It is.
especially as an artist. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're moving on to part two. So what this looks like is basically just me questions geared to what your artistry is. Like, what exactly do you do? So, um, what am I trying to say? Question number one. Sorry. What do you create? So, what is it that you create?
So I'm a producer.
Hmm.
Excuse me, by heart. Whatever we drinking.
So you create magic.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I create what I love. I create what I love. So, and hopefully, there's matching spirits, matching souls, people that are interesting. To me, again, I think that people that are very successful in music are successful because there's a lot of people that can match, that feel that same energy that they create. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. Now you can create an energy that fits into the trend. That's why all the music that we have right now sounds the same. Because everybody's they're afraid to be artists as artists are. So they're being the artist that the industry wants them to be because they feel like that's what's going to get them in, which it does get them in, but it doesn't last because there's nothing special. So when the trend is over, you're over.
So is that even real? Can we even say that that's real artistry? Because I know as an artist, like it's not gonna matter to me like what everybody else wants to hear. I know I'm gonna want to write what I want to write for myself and put it out, or design what I want to design and put it out, and whoever
Yeah,
Kendrick's.
whoever's attracted to it
It seems like
comes
it's
to
just
it.
more so just the business of music now. Like it's not
Yeah.
pure artistry to me. Like you're
It's
just
tough.
you're trying to sell, trying to do what's popular, or it's not you.
Right. So yeah. So there's a lot of artists out there like that, and so what we have to be careful of is what the mainstream offers, because that's what we're dealing in is what the mainstream offers.
Hmm.
But the people that love music and doing music because they want to do it the way they want to do it, they're
Hmm.
out there. They just don't get promoted. as often as much. You know what I'm saying? So they're harder to find. But I spend a lot of time trying to find new artists and people, new sounds and stuff like that that people are doing that attract me.
So is it like, um, so with your record label, is it you look for a certain kind of sound or just people who know how to bring their gift, whatever sound they do have, they can just bring it to life?
Yeah, no, we're looking for the gift that matches with us.
Okay.
So we have a sound.
Okay.
We have a sound called Snap Soul. We myself and the lead producer and CEO of the company, Steve Mayfield, he and I came together. We talked for about 2 weeks to a month. We'll be always. He used to produce the rap group I was in, so he and I always talked about
Right.
music.
What you were in a rap group?
Yeah.
How many lives? How many lives do you have? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
You were a rapper.
No, I was a DJ.
Oh, the DJ. Okay.
Yeah. And it's hard and slow, and I was DJ Hard Rock, and the MC was Slow Love.
Oh,
and
wow.
he'd be glad that I gave him a shout out. What up, Slow Love? You know you out there. Yeah, he gonna want that, boy. Lord have mercy. But so Steve was producing us, and then so now Steve and I work together. So I say that to say that because we always have music conversations. So that's how we developed the sound that we have. So then what we started doing is looking for artists to match the sound that we have because we don't want to fall into the realm of the sound that's here. You know what I'm saying? We want to create a new sound, and we want to, of course, the rules is that you have to give people some of the frequency that they're used to. You can't feed them something totally brand new and think that they're just gonna catch on and everybody wants this new sound. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give them some of the frequency and you have to use some of the key words and things of that nature. So you have to be creative in that aspect of making it something that people can get used to. But outside of that, it's all us. We're totally brand new sound.
Okay. Cal, for DBF Sounds, what sound were you going for at the time? Because you helped me create a whole EP.
Whew. Oh man.
I feel like he was just
So
like,
like-
I was in drive through. He was like, Paris, come on, you record. He probably heard me do a 1 2. He was like, come on, you come into the studio.
like I truly believe in like just natural art. Like as Brian was mentioning about the artist, just allowing them to be the artist. Like I could hear this side of you and just envision you singing at this level of just like just greatness. Like it's just like your voice was so strong, and I'm just like, man, I gotta get her in the studio. I gotta get her recorded.
And that's exactly how
I gotta get her on some songs. Do I want to be on it? Nah. It's
you
just
did
for
a
her.
little, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He did a little oohs and little ahs.
A couple ad-libs, but
I was like, Cal, what do I say? What do I need to say?
that
I don't
excitement,
know.
that joy, that just driven me, like a lot of DBF sounds is gonna be. It's another sneak preview, sneak snippet, something, information that I'm gonna tell later on DBF sounds coming soon, but I figured out the motto, like I realized what I've been learning and trying to do, and I've been trying to just teach. Like you said, I'm on the tech side a lot, or trying to go on this tech type field. But I find myself enjoying teaching or like helping somebody, serving somebody in a sense. But the motto I kind of came up with was like, driven by faith. What drives you? Stay driven. Those type of punctures. For everybody to hear, like, because it kind of feel like it's motivating. It's like, for you, we had to wait like 30 minutes for you to say your first like line, like, but it was like that drive, that the atmosphere, like that push. I wasn't trying to push to the edge, but I wanted you to do it, like just to believe. Like that's the stuff I
What you mean
enjoy.
you want to try with me? Like Paris.
But to get back to the root of this, the sound, itself is like very like. That part is coming soon. I don't know. That stuff is still in the air, but I do like somebody who's driven. So
it's more like of a trait that the person has to exude.
it's very personal. It's very like bring yourself, come as you are. Like whatever you are weak at, let's build it. Or whatever you want to get strong at, let's work. Whatever you want to do, let's get it. So
You like, let's lock in. Let's lock in.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see. Okay, like what do you use to create? So like equipment, instruments, what does that look like?
I come from the era of the MPC 60, Akai, Roger Lynn MPC 60. That was, it was the SB 1200. Well, no, really, it was the Roland 909 or TR, whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? And then the SB 12 came, SB 1200, and then the Akai, Roger Lynn Akai came. So I come from the Akai era. You know what I'm saying? Which was the MPC 60, which was a crazy joint. Now they got it now, but now they got the machine. So so I went to the store. I bought the Akai Roger Lynn so that I wouldn't have to go through the learning curve again because I had stopped doing music for a while, and but I didn't really like how it was working, the sounds or whatever. So I went and bought a machine. You know what I'm saying? And so now the machine, I like it, but I have an issue with sequencing. Like because you
What is
can't.
that?
Sequencing is putting the song in order,
Oh, okay.
constructing the song or whatever, and you can't. It. I haven't figured out how to construct more than one song because I like to create a whole bunch of songs with one set of instruments.
Mhm.
So, so I went and bought a MPC 62. So now I got that in, but I hadn't even used it yet because I just been using the machine because I like it, but I don't like it. I don't know, but I'm using the machine right now.
Bittersweet.
I say all that to say I'm using the machine.
Okay. What about for you, Kyle?
Mm.
You need me to
So
No,
I
because I
like
know we be
to
going off on a tangent.
I like to equipment wise. I kind of utilize a lot of cheap items at the moment, but I'll definitely shout out to the ones who are interested. Give me a little sneak peek of DBF sounds coming soon. Gonna teach you everything, but the mic itself, I'm using a AKG. The brand itself, there's different levels to it from P.2 to P.4, but it's just a simple mic that's very affordable. I've learned to use that and learned to mix with it. Now, the Newman is my ultimate goal. I love a Newman sound. Um, Sony is a higher level, but Newman, AKG for microphones recommended. So that's when I utilize for recording. But when it comes to beat making, I like using the mini player Akai. They have such a great brand, great pads. I would say so. Like there's great opportunity for it being on time when you hit it. But long story short, when I do digital work, I do digital art. I like to draw. I got a Kobe collection coming soon, and I definitely plan on making big canvases of them. So I use iPad. I
Apple
can't.
everything.
Tim,
Apple
yeah,
everything for me.
you feel me? So like the 10.2 has been great experience. Got the Apple Pencil first gen, and then the software that I'm using is Procreate. I recommend it to everybody. It's great. So like for real, Procreate.
Okay. And the items I use to create, I'm a fashion designer. Fabrics, thread. Y'all should see my fashion room right now. It looks like a hurricane went through it. A tornado. Stop singing. You gonna copyright. But yeah, so thread. Oh my gosh. Tracing paper, all types of like it's just a whole lot of pieces.
That's
So
dope. That's dope.
it's a lot going on. All right. Oh, this is a good one. When do you create? So mood, time of day, etc.
For me, right now, I haven't been creating because I do have with the label I'm working with, we have a lead producer. So, and he keeps telling me, man, B, go ahead and give something. You know what I'm saying? Add something to the production or whatever. And I can't because right now I have to focus on the marketing and the production and all that. So I don't mind putting my production on the back burner somewhat to concentrate on what the company really needs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very confident in Steve Mayfield's ability to make the production that we need for the label. So, you know, so I guess to answer your question, I produce, you know, late at night. You know what I'm saying? Like I go in there just to relax myself. You know what I'm saying? Make a beat or create a track or whatever. Just as entertainment to myself.
Hmm.
For me, I create at night. Like that's quiet time. For some reason, it's just so something so serene about it. So that's for me.
Yes, probably the third person in a row to say at night, just because, for my example, being at night, I kind of find myself. I want to also say in the morning too. It's weird. It's like an inspiration. Get up, boom, boom, morning time. But in the night, you probably could start at 8 p.m. and just go all the way into like 12 or 1.
Time
Um,
flies, right?
Oh my
it just,
You look
gosh.
you look
it
at the
just,
clock, you be like,
I'll be like, I just cut the fabric.
yeah.
Like 2, 3 hours. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, it does fly.
Yeah.
It does fly.
but yeah, late at night is it's a vibe, but I'll definitely try to get my daytime up because I don't like the sleep. You develop a sleep pattern from staying up that late,
You
and
do. Mine be all messed up.
going to bed at 10 is really great because you get up early, attack the day at 4 and 5.
At 4,
Yeah.
4 a.m.
That's when you roll over.
That's early.
Right.
I mean, don't
You
get me wrong.
thought.
I get up, do a little bit, go back, lay down. Just like a kind
I
of
don't
like
even
I'm
do
getting
that.
my body feel like acclimated.
That is so good. I love that for you. I'm not.
Right, I do too.
I'll be like, girl. Yes.
Snooze.
I push the limits. Working at 9 to 5, pushing limits sometimes. So
It'd be hard. Oh my goodness,
I
it'd be
stay-
so hard.
yeah.
So like, what mood are you in when you're creating? Like, so for me, it's not just nighttime for me. Like, you have to be. First of all, I have to be pushed for time. That sounds so bad. Or pressed for time. That sounds terrible, but it's true. And also, like, I have to be pleasant and at peace. If I feel like I have too much going on in my mind is just like running crazy. I cannot go in there and create because then what happens? I'm creating and I have to. It's gonna take me double the time because I'm messing up. My focus isn't right.
Right.
So, for you, what kind of mood or headspace do you have to be in?
Mm.
Like that's a standard for me. I have to have the right headspace.
A very chill headspace. I find that in the music industry, whatever emotion you got, you can go up in there and you bring it. But then again, you kind of reap what you sow and what you bring. You got to be mindful what you're saying, definitely with words. But that's just as a recording artist. But as far as producer wise, I mean, when I'm making beats, I definitely want to be very mellow. I love being mellow. Give my mind the ability to just think, okay, what type of sounds I'm trying to do today? Because you going through them packs and you going through them files and you just like, nah, that ain't it. That's not the type of snare drum I'm trying to bring this time around, or that type of hi-hat I'm trying to bring this time around. So it's a lot of the thinking too. It's a process, but definitely a mellow vibe for me. I like the lights. I like lighting. I like the colored lights in the room.
Oh, okay.
It just like really sets me in and locks me in. So
Okay.
real.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That
that's
is.
dope.
That's dope. For me, again, I'm moving in so many different directions or whatever, and so again, on my production, and I really don't I don't have the availability to really think about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually, when I first bought the machine, I made like several packs of sounds. I just took a whole bunch of sounds and was messing with this, messing with that. You know what I'm saying? So I might have 60 songs, not 60 songs, but 60 packs of sounds, and I just been flipping back, going through them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I only have the time to sit down and I'll go to whatever song and I'll be listening to it and I'll be like, oh shoot, them sounds are dope, and I'll just make another song. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go somewhere else and make another song. So I'm just trying to stay fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really creating to like I get it, because you do want to really add the right sounds and things of that nature, like, and they're always coming up with new sounds, so you can find new sounds. Like the lead producer, he'd be like, B, man, I know I ain't supposed to spend no money because, we need money for other stuff. He's like, I know I ain't supposed to spend no money, man, but I just bought 3 more sound packs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, wow.
he's just buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he's in the zone. And so I really try and let him stay in the zone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not creating to be creating. I'm just creating to fulfill myself.
Okay. Do you find where this is for both of y'all? Do you feel like sometimes you have to push past your mood? So like for me, I know sometimes I don't necessarily feel like it, but I have to do it anyway. Do you feel like that even with doing something I love? Because like I said, I love it, but it can be draining. Do you feel that sometimes like you have to push past your mood?
Absolutely, but that speaks more to the content, and the marketing and promotions. You know what I'm saying? Which I love. I truly love doing it. I enjoy doing it. It's exciting to me and all that stuff and editing and all that. I love it, but but there's also you need to be doing enough content. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be on a regular basis. So it definitely becomes constraining and aggravating, and because now you're trying to fill a quota. And it kind of puts you also outside of who you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because now, am I an artist or am I a content creator?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I am terrible at content creating.
I like your videos. I see a lot of stuff you do.
It takes a lot in me to do. Like, it takes me forever to do it.
Right.
She's good at it. Our videographer is good at it, but I am not the best. We all can't be good at everything.
No. That's why we need help.
Yeah. Why do you create? So what is your motivation? What is your purpose behind it? Don't all speak at
Kyle?
once.
Yeah, I mean.
What was the question before that, real quick?
Oh, you didn't answer that. You did. When do you create?
When do you create at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the next one? Sorry.
Why do you create? So what's the drive? What's the purpose, motivation?
So when it comes to making music, I definitely have found myself, like I said, I've reflected on the words that I usually say in my lyrics, and I don't like cussing, but I do cuss sometimes in the music. I don't want to make it, I want my music now to be more so for the kids, and which I should have started out with, but
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather get the kids hype, man. Get the kids hype. I'm like focused on being around here versus being like big worldwide, because big worldwide, it's like you can't control that many people. You can't control who's real and who's not. You kind of can see in your area who's with you, who's down for you, really, and you can actually be in your neighborhood and be good. But that's some big stuff that I'm working on, and it's just like you gotta really have some good morale and good friendships and relationships with people. So I'm going back to the point. What was the
Why
question
do
again?
you create?
Why do I create?
So your purpose, your motivation.
I really enjoy making music. I kind of went back to the band thing where it kind of just inspired me to be around sounds. I really enjoy sounds. So with the brand and the label that I'm trying to build, I honestly feel like with the sounds and the money I'm going to be investing in for these things, I'm going to create something nobody's going to know about, that it's going to be mine, but yet I'm going to be willing to share. So, and everybody's just going to know, when they hear North Cac, and they be like, who's that? DBF Sounds? Yeah.
And what does DBF stand for?
I said it before. People gonna have to rewind it back, but I don't like to. I'm not trying to share it just yet, cause I honestly ain't been sharing it.
I missed that. Okay.
I kind of been on the low right now.
Go and get it out. Pull it out.
But long story short,
Protect your gift. I understand.
It's
Protect it. I get it.
It's more so of a thing.
Because I was trying to add it in. I thought I shot you out. I thought it meant something.
No.
So it's revamping.
It's revamped.
Okay.
Yes, it's under construction.
So no, we don't have it. We don't have it.
I want to make sure everybody understands when I deliver it. There is no misunderstanding.
It's revamping.
That's a whole story that I want to present on a different time.
Okay, we're going to have you back on the couch because I got to know this tea. She going to be the videographer. Brian, you didn't answer.
Yeah, I create because...
Oh, you was waiting.
I didn't know if you were going to shoot another direction or what, but... Yeah, no, I create because I love music, and I just always love music, so, again, now I'm creating for a goal. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be successful. You know, we've worked for a long time. We've tried to do music for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see it be successful. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, so that's what I'm doing with the label. You know, but when I create music, you know, I create for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, really, when I wasn't doing music, I never stopped doing music, but I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna make music for me to listen to. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And then I'll share it and put it out there, and if it catches on, whatever, you
Hmm.
know, if it doesn't, then at least I have music to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
My why has always been like for other people. And what I mean by that, like, so growing up, I've always been chunky. So, but I always knew how to dress. I always had the dress card, period. And people, like, grown women will be like, that is, and I would be like 7, 8, 9 years old. They're like, oh, that's so pretty. Like, where did you get that from? So I was well beyond my years when it came to the fashion. And so for me, now I want to bring those same looks, like, because I get, even to this day, women that are my size or in the plus size world or whatever, they feel like they, when I put that stuff on, they're like, oh, okay, that looks good, where did you get that from? I'm like, girl, I got this from Rainbow. It's all about how you put it together. And so what I want to do is bring forth that fashion card, that fashion sense sort of thing to that audience, to the plus size audience. So because that's still a very, like, a market that is tapped into, but
it doesn't
on
get the
the,
attention it deserves.
exactly. And also you get a lot of, when it comes to social media, like the plus size girlies on social media that are social media popular, they're the ones that are really dressing like that. The everyday woman, they don't even know where to find this kind of stuff or know how to put it together or whatever. So my whole thing is like bringing the whole picture together and presenting it to women that look like me.
That's dope.
So yeah.
So off camera, I got a concept for you. We gotta talk about.
Okay.
Hmm.
But it's for all women. But my driving thing is like, cause I'm a big girl, so so yeah. So putting that forth. All right. Oh, I know what my next question was. I don't have to look. Where do you create? So is it in the house? Somewhere in your house? Is it a studio
I
on Sugar Creek?
I
The
am
podcast studio.
I'm definitely an introvert extrovert. So right now when I love to create when I'm in my own space. So like being at home, I kind of still on that grind of like working out of the closet, but not in the closet. I've got like a desk and like speakers and computer monitors, but I love that space, being at home, but definitely love a good studio, good vibes, good lights. I love my lights. I love my lights.
Not these lights. These hot.
Yeah.
The other lights. The other lights.
But yeah, that's me. That's me.
Before I got my space, I used to work anywhere in the house. So the kitchen, I'll tear the kitchen floor up, cutting the fabric pieces, not the fabric, but the pattern pieces out and stuff. So I used to be all around the house. Now I have a designated room my mom created for me because she said, Paris, you just got too much stuff. You have a fashion room, so I'm going to give you a fashion room. So she gifted me a fashion room in the house and set it up for me and everything. So now I have a designated space for not just go in that room, create, make, do what I do, sleep. I got a day bed in there and a TV, nap time. But yeah, so now I have a space.
That's great. I mean, because that speaks to the support that you have from family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's actually somebody saying, "I believe in you."
Is she saying that? Maybe that's her way of saying that because she just argued that I
That's
got
like
too much stuff.
when a man does something for a woman, unconditionally, knowing he's sucking his tongue, he loves you.
That yeah.
He
Yeah.
know it's the most annoying thing. Cause like I got an older sister who's 3 years older than me, and we have been through our brother and sisterly bonds. But I know when she wants some things, I swallow my tongue because I know she wants it. She like needs it. So it's like I think about the bigger picture that you was mentioning before. Like there's a bigger picture to it all. So yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Offbeat. keep going.
So that is maybe that's her way of saying I believe in you, but really she's just like, get this stuff out. You need a room. You just got too much stuff. So that's her way of saying I'm proud of you. You're doing your big one. But she don't say that. We not when she.
Well, it might be a little bit of both. It might be,
because I clear.
you might have had your stuff everywhere.
Oh,
but at the same time, she's saying.
And at grandma's house. Grandma don't be fussing though. She let me have it. I have a room at grandma's house too, a fabric room. Yikes! I got stuff everywhere.
I create in the dining room. Let me just say.
Did you not answer?
No, I ain't answer.
Oh.
But I mean, I wanted to answer.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I didn't know I missed that. How did I
right
miss
in
it?
the middle of the house. Right in the middle of the house.
Yep, I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be. You used to have the studio in the garage, right?
It was in the garage. It was upstairs. It's been a little.
It was
bit
upstairs
everywhere.
too.
Because again, I'm always creating. Like I'll always have a studio wherever I am. So, but right now, it's just that way, because I can cook and produce. You know what I'm saying? I can watch TV and produce. So it's right in the dining room.
You can watch TV and produce.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'll make a beat. You know what I'm saying, and let it play, and I'll sit on the couch and watch TV, and then go hit a couple notes. It's just there.
When I get in front of Netflix, that's it. I'm not moving. I'm not doing nothing.
But you know your strong suit, and that's not.
I know my what?
You know your strong suit of where you need to be.
In that room. I gotta go in that room and lock the door.
You can't be in front of TV.
Okay, I want to ask a question that's not on the list because I went through those questions pretty fast.
You fine.
Or maybe I didn't.
Freestyle. Keep
Like
going.
an hour, 11 minutes. So, what was I finna say? I was so finna say something.
You had a good question. You said.
I know. What do you want the world to get from your music? Is it a target? Okay, so even if it is the world, is it like your focal point is like local, like your community around you, like whoever's listening to it? First of all, who is your audience? And for the audience, what do you want them to take away from your music?
For the audience, I want, it to be for the youth. And what I mean by the youth is like, it's that period of when a kid can like rap and point his finger and make suggestions with his hands, When the kid can learn how to speak and repeat words, I want him to be able to do mine, because he's going to be speaking something into his life. Like, you will speak that into your life. Like, people think it's a game. But it's like, I want to be able to express that positivity music, or express a story that I may have been through and experienced, like you can relate to. And that's what all artists are doing now, and I feel like we should. It's better than anything. We need to cut the competition part out, because we compete against each other, and they slowly are trying to, it seems like they're segregating us in a sense in hip-hop and rap. It's gotten too far, in my opinion.
So you feel segregation now,
There's
not
segregation. That's a whole topic. That's a whole
I feel like it's more coming together. Maybe not, because I'm not so much
like
in the music industry.
Respect. That you got the saying, respect your elders. Like, as Brian was mentioning, hip hop is what he knows. And for me, being a 90s baby, I'm jumping in. Like, I was hearing it in my mom was like womb, like Tupac and Biggie. I was hearing them people.
Your mama was listening to Tupac and Biggie.
Not really. But
I don't even know his mama. Like, I'm just over here like, I just feel like your mama was not listening to Tupac and Biggie.
But I'm 5 years old, and I'm pulling the CDs out the CD rack, and I see a More Money, More Problems, like demo track, and I'm like, what is this? And it's it's like jiggy, it's nice. Now the words are definitely mature. Don't know what they're saying really, but deep down, just going back to what I was saying, the respect level, like, hip hop has been here. Yeah, it's been directed. It's like so many limbs and trees of it now, and it's like we're not giving back to the root as much. God, did I just get that deep?
Yeah, that's deep.
What's going on? Sorry.
That's deep.
But we're not getting back to the root. We don't get acknowledged to it. Like, there's a divide between our old heads and our young ones. Not the millennials, the middle ones, the 90s. The millennials, they're in hiding right now. They're the ones who need to be creating more, because the young ones, they're just going out there, like you mentioned, like they're doing what to match. And it's almost like, I saw another interview by La Russell. He posted it today.
By who?
La Russell, he's out there, or Cali. He's from Oakland,
I got to
the
do some
Bay.
homework.
Forgive me, La Russell, if that was incorrect. But long story short, the brother had some good points about how am I losing my thought? No, hang on to it. Hang on to it.
Cal
So, like,
stressing me out.
But like he was
What?
sorry, not to confuse you. Ultimately, he was saying a lot about like the youth. Ooh, I might have to come back to that one. God, it was so deep. Like I was getting too
It was
far.
too good. You
It
done
was too
forgot
good.
it. Too good.
Too good. It came and
Too
gone.
good.
I should have kept going with it, but like getting back to the point, just the respect level. I really feel like it's just been lost, and there's just segregation between hip hop artists and like the young folk. Young folk should be learning from the older artists, but yet the older artists kind of don't give respect to how they spin, and I get it, because what they're spitting is kind of for the buck instead of you being the artist.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that difference when somebody's just spitting for the buck and then being themselves. It's tough and it sucks, and it's just like. You still like I still like love my artists, but I know they're not spitting. I know they're not spitting, and like I know they're not really being themselves, and it's just like it is what it is. But there's business to it. Things have
It's
to be
the
ran the
business
right.
piece for me.
Things have to be ran the right way.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if it's what they know, or if it's only about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because, everybody's trying to do what makes money. So, but at the same time,
my
is
point.
that what they know?
My point came back. He
Well,
was
go
talking
ahead,
about
finish.
hustle, like there was a difference between like him being an independent artist, going his route, doing it from his backyard, to mainstream artists and their ability, to get signed by the label and get these opportunities. He was just like their grinds either way, two different methods, but grinds either way. And I truly understood. I'm just like, bruh, I want to do it like the independent way, because I feel more myself. I feel more like, okay, I can control these things, and I can like do, like I can create. It's like, but
You can do
it
what
was
you
that was a whole
want,
different
like.
topic. Like he was talking about something completely else, but kind of just reminded me of just like hustling. Like there's just different hustle schemes people do in life to get where they want to be. Yeah.
I don't know if the younger generation even understands what the task is at hand. You know what I'm saying?
What's the task at
The
hand?
task at hand is to grow and to move forward and to bring greatness, bring the greatness out of our community of who we are. So you have to realize that based on the music, it speaks to where we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest. So when James Brown was doing "I'm Black and I'm Proud," you know what I'm saying? We were in the streets when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and we were black and proud because he was singing it. You know what I'm saying? It made sense to us. It resonated. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do songs that are the background, and this is what Privacy Entertainment does, and this is so important to our company. We want to be the backdrop to whatever the movement is. You know what I'm saying? Not whatever the movement is, but to our plight. You know what I'm saying? Like we are at a place now, and not to go too spiritual, but God is waking us up. You know what I'm saying? So we're understanding who we are. We're getting a better understanding of who we are, and so the music has got to push us towards that. It has to help us. It has to be the backdrop. We need theme music. You know what I'm saying? To march to. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you marching, you're gonna have somebody gonna have a speaker. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be playing this
Rip me out the
ratchet.
plastic.
Right. right.
Rip me out the. Girl, I want to do that TikTok. I'm doing a TikTok. You can't be singing that. Yeah.
Right. No, it has to be inspiring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be uplifting.
Yeah.
And I just think that the generation that's doing music now, that the industry is pushing and putting money behind, is to hold us back and to keep us uneducated and keep us in a weak state of mind.
I feel like one album that did that, and it's just a all-time classic. Like it'll just never. You got the spiritual part of it, then you also like really visualizing like your people and stuff, and then also it talked about love. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that whole album, like even to this day, like okay, so it came out when I was like 5 or something. 20 years later, I'm playing it and bumping it, and it's still inspired. It does something to my spirit. So it's like
It still resonates.
we don't. I'm sorry.
It still resonates.
It still resonates. So it's like I want to hear music like that, not necessarily that exact
Right,
project,
right,
but
right.
something like that that can just transcend like over generations. Like that came out in '99.
Right.
And it's
like,
still like I can bump it in my car today.
right.
And it's not talking about the same old like money, sex, cars, drugs. It's
But that's what she was.
yeah.
See, that's the thing. So when you're talking about the artists now, they're speaking about who they are or who they feel like they should be based off of, what I'm saying? Like, I just can't see that everybody's a thug and everybody's a criminal and everybody's on perk and all these other things and all
Yeah.
this stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a trip, though, because, I know kids that come from double parent, father and mother house, in urban areas in a nice house, everything. You know what I'm saying? Family spending time with them and all that stuff, but they want to do the thug stuff. So that speaks to what the music is theme songing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the theme. So everybody's doing it when in fact it's sending us in the wrong direction. So
I like that. I like that. The theme. I like that. That's
Is that
It's dying.
okay? Let's. Do you want to say something?
the theme. Like that's a good point. Like the theme. Like the trend. But yeah, the theme is very important. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it on up. It's perfect segue. So, what is one thing you want to leave with the people that, like an inspirational quote from you, or something inspirational that you want to tell the people, and also what to look out for? What am I trying to say? What's coming up with the both of y'all individually, with your
right. So
artistry.
again, I'm with Privacy Entertainment. You can follow us at privacyentertainment.elite. We're working with a couple artists, Isaiah Grubbs or Mr. Grubbs. You can find him at the Isaiah Grubbs. And then we also have Ty Journey that we're working with. So Journey Ty is his Instagram. I guess I want to inspire people to be themselves and to stand for what they believe. Focus on your goals. Go forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to go forward and don't overthink it. Just do it.
And don't remember the small stuff.
Yeah, like the old stuff. Like keep going to the future.
I don't remember.
Move forward. Move forward. Move
I'm gonna
forward.
pull that boy. I don't remember you. You don't count. Go ahead. Count.
So right now I'm definitely on a self-care journey. I kind of eliminated a lot of things. I definitely had to put music on the back burner. Don't expect anything. Just expect me to be healthy. Expect me to be changing my diet. Expect me to probably be huge soon. Expect me to be in the gym. Expect me to have some lyrical songs out for you for the meantime. But coming in September, I plan to have an album out. In other words, a mixtape.
Okay. Is it an album or a mixtape?
It's a tape, EP, whatever we call it in this millennial era or this new
You got all the
generational era.
surprises.
The long story short, I'm dropping music during that time. I plan to be settled in my new place. I did move. I'm doing a lot of self-caring at the moment. So I'm just trying to get myself planted. I'm always staying 10 toes, but I want to be full-footed and planted. So definitely taking a back seat on music and my social media. You definitely want to see me. I
What's
could
your
be
social media?
liking some things, but yeah, you can definitely follow me on iSoup, ISOUP_. Yes, ISO up, whatever you want to call it, or you can just type in KO dot.
I just say, oh, I
That's
see.
it. But other than that, I love everybody here. I appreciate this opportunity. This is Paris's first men's clothing, and
Yes,
I am
first
rocking
time.
it. I am so uncomfortable because I never do things like this,
You about
but
to get up?
I just want to kind of flex a little bit and show it off a little bit.
Oh, I
But
thought he was about to get up.
you know,
You about to
I
get up over
like
there?
this print right here. The buttons satisfactory, and the black. You know, the pants they definitely feel comfortable. It gives me breeze. I don't know if y'all like the breeze. Like you at a beach and you got those nice pants on. It feels just like
Oh,
that. It does.
so it's comfortable.
Spacious.
I'm glad.
She got like the kid in. Is it the kid in the play? What are those kids got?
Hammer bands.
Jump. Crisscross.
Jump.
Crisscross style pants where it's like the big pockets look like they reverse, but this is actually the front. But I like that design look of it. But I want to say this is super dope. Like I don't even know where to start with this. And I was just telling her like, yo, this is the beginning to something bigger.
I
For
received
sure.
Appreciate the
For sure,
roughs.
For sure.
Appreciate roughs.
'Cause
Like I
baby,
save
it's
my
rough.
roughs from music. Like appreciate those because those are like some really raw, like raw things. Because everything we create it and we make it this image and hopefully it gives good energy. So
All right. And one thing for me, you can stay tuned for this interview for August. Also September, I'm going to be dropping my fall collection. It's called the Red Collection. So stay tuned for that. And also for more great interviews throughout each month. Like this was great. So I really do appreciate y'all. Kyle. And what you want me to call you? Your stage name? Soup?
cool.
Wait a minute. You got Cole. Where did this come
My
from?
initials
That's
that's new.
okay. Is it gonna be like P Diddy,
I mean,
Diddy,
it's
Puff
K.O.
Daddy?
You can be like K.O., but it's I like Ko.
Cole. Okay. So we thank you again to Cole, Soup,
There you go. That's cool.
and Brian here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
dope.
and thank y'all
Real
for
dope.
rocking
Oh, now the
the
outfit's
outfits.
crazy.
I
can't wait-
really
can't wait
appreciate it.
to-
This is my first time doing men's clothes. I was so paranoid. So paranoid. I'm like, how do I cut this? But yeah, it was great. I really appreciate y'all for trusting me with this process. And thank you for your patience because it's been a long time coming. So thank you all again. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
For sure.
See you later.
For sure.